So first thing we're going to do is we're going to navigate to go.ford.com/VEPC landing page. If we do that, that'll bring you to this main page, and you're going to click into your plant. So for this example, I'm going to do test. So go ahead, hit submit in there, and you'll notice there's nothing to do with Kaizen on here right now. And once we set it up, there'll be a little button right here. But the first thing we need to do is change one of our screens. So we're going to take one of the screens that currently have 3 calendars on it, and we're going to change it so it will have 4 calendars, and we'll add Kaizen to it. So if I click into PCC screen 1, this is what comes up as 3 calendars. So I'm going to hit my back button now. Again, submit test for this main landing page. So now we saw what PCC1 looked like with 3 calendars. So now we're going to go into CC config. We're going to select our plant test, PCC1, go in there, hit next again. Then we got to change a couple different things. So we got this var hide 4th cal top. We got to change this to a 1. Same thing with var hide 4th cal bottom. Gonna edit this one, change it to a 1. We're going to scroll down to this var Kaizen tracking. We're going to change this to a 1. And each one of these have a little description in them that kind of tells you what's going on. And then the last thing we do is we need to scroll all the way to the bottom. So I'm using the scroll wheel on my mouse to scroll all the way down to the bottom. So I got this var num calendars. We're going to change this to 4. So again, I'm going to go back up. So we changed var hide 4th cal top, var hide 4th cal bottom, var Kaizen tracking all to 1s. And we scrolled all the way down to the bottom and changed var number calendars equals 4. I'm going to hit the back button twice. That'll get us back to our main landing, or 3 times, I guess, back to our main landing page here. So now if I click into this PCC screens, PCC screen 1, now it should pull up and it'll space out for 4 calendars. The top right should be blank, and then beneath it should be the Kaizen tracking. So we'll give it a second to load and pull all the data in. So like I was saying, this one's blank up here, and we got our Kaizen tracking here. So we don't have any data in there yet, but we can go add the data in. So I'm going to go ahead and hit the back button to go back to this main landing page. So now we got to get this button to turn on. So what we need to do to get that to turn on is to go and input a record into the Kaizen tracking. Then it'll see that you have data there, and it will show up. So now we're going to be typing in and going to go.ford.com/Kaizen tracking. Click into that. And this is the Kaizen tracker in here. So now we will change this to test. That's the example we're doing. Hit submit. So you notice there's no data in here. So let's go and submit some test data in here. So let's pretend this is the week of, let's say it's this week, so week of the 6th. Let's put today's date in. Just put test 1 for all of these. Test 1, test 1, test 1. Say plan. Go back up here. Okay, that was the 6th. Let's make this one past due. So we'll say this should have been done on the 4th. We got a department. Notice that these departments pull in the same departments from the recognition departments. A couple more columns down here. So these column letters I don't have set up yet. Maybe in the future, but we can populate them for now for a potential future heat map. So let's just say column letter M, column number 18. Should be displayed at the BCC. Again, that would have to do with the future heat map. I'll put no for now. And cost savings project URL, that's more for the heat map too, but they're not required fields. So we'll go ahead, hit OK here, add some data in here. You'll see it turned yellow. So it turns yellow. It says we're week of 8/6. So if it's happening this week, it highlights it as a yellow. So let's go through. We'll put this one for next week. Now let's put this one for the previous week. So let's say it should have happened last week. We'll do test 2 for all of these. And we'll leave this one as plan. we expect it to be closed by the 5th. Scroll down, test department 1. I'll just keep putting all of these at M18. I say no here, leave those blank. Hit OK. Now you see this one turned red when I went through and did it. That means that the target close date is already passed. So it's saying it's past due, something funny is going on. I'm going to add one more in here, and we'll say this should be happen. Let's say it's happening in the future on the 18th. Test 3, test 3. And I still got, let's say department 2 is what this one is. Again, we'll do M18. Put a close date, let's say it's due at the end of the month in here. So cost savings, okay, we should be good. Notice this one comes up white. That either means that the Kaizen already happened and it's not past the due date, or the Kaizen is scheduled in the future. You'll see these are in chronological order. So I put 3 records in here, so I'm going to go ahead, hit this back button here, and now you'll see now that we have a record in there that this Kaizen tracker button now pulled up. So if I click into here, that's how you can get back into here. So I'm going to hit back. Now let's go look at that PCC screen again. So we'll hit PCC screen 1. Give it a second to load. And now, just like in the where you input the data, you have the white means the same thing, the yellow means the same, red means the same. And I didn't put an example in here, but if we, let's go through, we'll hit back, we'll close one of those items out because I forgot to put that one in initially. So let's take this past due one, and we'll say, change this to closed out. So I'm going to hit OK. So we closed it out now. It turned to gray here. If we hit back and go into PCC screen 1, it'll now pull up as grayed out over there. So again, white is either Kaizen already happened and we're still closing everything out, or Kaizen scheduled for the future. Yellow means it's happening this week. Red means it's past due. Gray means that it's closed out.